Okay, here we go with a look at the Jada 1/24th scale Back to the Future 2 time machine, the DeLorean with the hover mode. In this video, I'll give you a close look at the packaging and then remove the die-cast vehicle from the packaging and give you a close look at that and go over some of its features. Alright, so let's take a look at the packaging first. The packaging shows that the vehicle is in hover mode. You can see the wheels tilted, and I know it's kind of dark in here, but the car is suspended by a little piece of plastic in there and keeping it up off of the floor of the packaging, and it's actually tilted a little bit so that it looks like it's kind of like upwards and flying a little bit. We've got the doors strapped shut with a little plastic strap. So the doors do open. There's a little opening here that you can reach through and touch this button with a little lightning bolt on it, and that activates the lights. So that is the front of the package. It's got a nice window across the top, so you can see a lot of the detail if you're going to display this in the package. You can see the front. The back side of it shows the Back to the Future 2 logo. Goes over some of the features on the back of the packaging. And then it tells you that you need a small Phillips head screwdriver to remove this from the packaging, as it is screwed in place with a little plastic mounting plate. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you what this looks like out of the package. Alright, so this is what it looks like out of the packaging. I really like the detail of the headlights. I think that they really got those looking really nice. I like that it is it looks like a brushed stainless look with a clear coat over the top of it to kind of give it some gloss. So this really does have a metallic look to it, like that stainless body that came on the DeLoreans. The doors open, both of them, giving you pretty good visual access to the interior. I'll take a couple stills so that you can see what it looks like inside. You've got the flux capacitor, and you've got your time circuits and speedometer, your stick shift. Even has the turn signal indicator. It's got the nice bucket seats. And I kind of feel like for a $20 car, they gave the interior of this some pretty decent detail. Moving on to the back here, you've got a lot of the electronic components making the DeLorean a time machine. It even has the Mr. Fusion installed on the back. Got a nice set of taillights. Again, I think that the translucent plastic that they used for the headlights and the taillights really just helps sell that detail. You've got the out of time license plate and the exhaust ports on the back of the car. There's not a bunch of detail going on the underside. You can see that that's the compartment to hold the batteries. And they do have a silver exhaust coming out the back. For the wheels, they are in the flight mode, but if you want to display it in the driving mode, the wheels simply rotate up. It's easier to do with 2 fingers than to do with 1. I don't want to break it. You can see that once the wheels are in the driving configuration, they don't want to fold back under, and once they're in the flight configuration, they want to stay in place. There's a good detent holding everything in place. It rolls pretty good because of the rotating feature to put it in the flight mode. The front wheels do not turn right or left, so it is not tied in with the plastic steering wheel in any way. The steering wheel is fixed in place. And then you've got that great light feature, and that's accomplished by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LEDs, and the LEDs kind of bleed light into this translucent plastic and give it that look of it's brilliant up here and then kind of fades in. And to me, I feel like that helps sell it more than if they would have just used a complete plastic wire in there that lit up. I think that it looks really good just the way they did it. For $20, I think you're getting a lot of details in this die-cast vehicle. Now, at my previous house, in my collectible room, I had this suspended from the ceiling with fishing line next to my Imperial Star Destroyer and the USS Enterprise A. And I thought that that displayed very nicely as it's in that flight mode suspended from the ceiling. So this is the Part 2 variant of the car, and this is the Part 3. It's very similar. I'm guessing I'm not going to remove this one from the packaging because I'm going to display this one in the packaging, and I purchased a second Part 2 to keep for display in the package, but the light up feature is the same. I'm guessing that the wheels do not rotate, that they're probably on a little metal axle, but you can see that it does have those 1960s circuitry strapped to the hood of the car. So I think that's pretty cool that they took and made a second variant for Part 3. Now, something that I would really like to see them do, they have been releasing a lot of different cars that come with a little figurine to stand next to the car. And I would love to see them make Part 1 with the DeLorean over here, and they could do it with, I mean, like, obviously it would be awesome if they did it with Einstein the dog, Doc Brown, and Marty McFly, but honestly, any one of those three would be really cool to have standing over here. Doc with the remote control, Einstein sitting next to the car since he was the first living creature to time travel in the vehicle, or Marty McFly standing next to the vehicle. Any one of those figurines would be awesome. And if they did all three of them, boy, that would be great. I don't know that I've seen them do 3 characters in a packaging. I know that they did Scooby and Shaggy for the Mystery Machine, so I'm guessing they wouldn't do 3. And if they were going to do 2, I guess I'd love to see Marty and Doc standing next to it, but probably just going to see 1 if we see any. But that would be something I would love to see them make a Part 1 variant with the car a little pulled back and the figurine standing next to it. That would be cool. All right, well, for $20, I don't think you can beat that. That's a great die-cast model, and I really enjoy finding and collecting these. So, thanks for checking out my videos. We'll catch you next time.
Mark, are you gonna be a dork your whole life? Hope not.
I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly. I offer a complete and utter retraction. The imputation was totally without basis in fact and was in no way fair comment and was motivated purely by malice. And I deeply regret any distress that my comments may have caused you or your family. And I hereby undertake not to repeat any such slander at any time in the future.
That was awesome.